Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sue Lady. For anyone who is new coming to my channel, welcome. For anybody who's been following me, thank you so much for coming back. I welcome you back as well. I love you all. So my name is Sue Lady. I had VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss bariatric surgery done at Pompeii Surgical in Tijuana, Mexico on March the 8th, 2019 with Dr. Saucedo. I'm going to start off with my stats since everybody cares about those the most. I have them written down. My highest weight back in January was 311 pounds. On February 21st, which was the start of my pre-op 2-week liquid diet, I was 298. On my date of surgery, I was 285, which was 3/8/19, March 8th, 2019. Today, I'm 264.5. Since last week, again, as I said, I'm 3 weeks post-op. Since last week, I've lost 2.5 pounds. Total weight lost since surgery is 20.5 pounds, and total weight loss altogether since January, which was my highest weight 3 months ago, was 46.5 pounds. I'm so happy with those losses. As you noticed in my videos prior, my first week, a lot of people ask me, oh, are you afraid that you're losing only 2.5 pounds or you're only losing 3 pounds in 1 week when you lost so much the first week? No, it's expected. Everyone who's had VSG knows the first week or two maybe are the double-digit numbers, because your body is going into shock of all of the differences it's going through, and it's also having such a shock in difference of caloric intake and protein intake and all that other jazz. So I'm very happy with my numbers. Prior to being on a weight loss journey, I wasn't always losing weight every week. Thus far, on a weekly basis, I've been losing a couple pounds, and that is very good. Slow and steady wins the race all the time. And I'm very, very happy with my 2.5 pounds this week. I think that's a good number. I think that's a steady number. Last week, I think it was 3.7 or 3 pounds or so. And the prior week was about 15 pounds. So I'm very, very happy with that. 20 pounds in 3 weeks. That's amazing. Some people can't lose that in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So I'm very happy with 20 pounds lost in 3 weeks, not even a month. So I'm very, very happy with those numbers. And I'm going to take you guys on a car ride chronicles on the way to work. You're going to notice that the camera's going to shake a little. I'm sorry, I'm on my iPhone. That's what I'm dealing with at the moment. However, nonetheless, I'm going to give you guys a little car ride chronicles to let you know how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, how I've been feeling lately, etc., going back to work. So stay tuned, and we're off. I'm in my husband's car today, so bear with me. And we're off. If I don't look at you guys because I'm driving, so, you know, don't want to get into a car accident. So just bear with me with the shaking of the camera. So let's talk a few things. I'm going to talk about going back to work. I technically went back to work. I took 2 weeks off of work because I thought that that's what I needed. So I went ahead and took 2 weeks off of work, and when I got back this Monday, it wasn't happening. You know, I went to work. I made sure I have my lunch bag packed. I have everything I need, all my liquids, all my food. However, when you work in the type of environment that I work in, I help run a optometry practice. It's not the easiest thing, because when you have patients coming in and out and you have to help people on hand, you can't just help people and drink things and help people and eat things while you're doing it. That's just not feasible. It's not something you can do, not allowed either. I don't allow other people at my job who I manage to eat in front of a patient. It's not okay for me to do that. So I found it very challenging to be able to manage getting my liquid intake in, and my protein intake, and my food intake. Right now I'm still on soft puree foods, and it was difficult. I brought sweet potato mash, and that has to be heated up. You can't just have that cold. That's nasty. And I can't just go downstairs every 2 minutes to heat up my food, because it takes me a while to eat it, and by the time I'm gonna go grab another couple bites, it's already cold. So that was a challenge. It wasn't a challenge to drink water or to drink, you know, liquids. However, being that I had patients, I had to stop every minute to help a patient, because we're a very busy office. It's not like an office that we have tons of downtime. So that was very challenging. By the end of the day, I felt very tired and weak, because when I looked at my bariatric, my log sheets that I was logging things in, I couldn't really log anything. I had to use an app to log. When I looked at the bariatric log, I had only had for the entire day from 9 to 6, like 300 calories, and barely maybe 15, 20 grams of protein. It wasn't good. Like, I only had maybe about a bottle of water, which was a Fiji small 500 milliliter, which is about 11, maybe 16 ounces of water. So it wasn't doable. I was just like, this is crazy. And I felt like I wasn't hungry, but prior to going back to work at home, I can focus on getting my intake in. My mouth was very dry. I felt a little lethargic. Mind you, I always have my energy, like I feel good, but my body was like, no, you need to slow it the hell down. So I made a choice to take the next day off. I talked to my coworkers. I talked to my mom, which is the main manager, and I'm the manager on the floor. And I was like, look, this is just not okay. I can't get my liquids in, or my food intake, or my caloric intake, because of how busy we are. And that's crucial. And these first few weeks, when you can't have solids that hold you and sustain you for longer, that's crucial. So I made the choice of taking Tuesday off. I also went to my doctor, and I was like, look, what am I going to do in this instance? She was like, well, you got to make a choice. Either you make the time at work, which is kind of hard to do when you have patients in and out of the office. You can't just tell the patient, hold on a minute, let me go eat, I'll be right back. You can't do that. It's not their fault that you had a life-changing surgery. But I also have a responsibility. So I took the choice of going in part-time for the week. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be working part-time. And then I'm going to be working from home the rest of the time. Because I have to take my health first. I can't work great at work if I'm not there. Like, if I'm not alive, because I'm not having enough nutrition in, and I'm not going to put myself in that predicament where I'm malnourished. So with that being said, for this week, what I did was on Tuesday, I was off. And I made sure to get a doctor's note and everything. On Wednesday, I came in for about 4 to 5 hours. Thursday was my natural day off. And then Friday, which is today, I'm going in from 10 to about 4 or so, depending on how I feel. The good thing about some days of the week is that Mondays are the worst, because my manager, which is my mom, she's not there to be at the front desk, where I can go to my office and at least focus on eating and doing things behind the scenes. So the days of the week that she is there will make it a little easier for me to focus on my intake and not have to worry as much. I'm going to see how Fridays are, because I don't have a girl on the floor, so I have to take over the floor. And I'm going to see how that's going to work, because there's only 3 of us today. I'm going to see how that works. They're filming a film where I work with Al Pacino. So I'm in hopes that it's not going to be that busy, because our street's going to be halfway closed down. I wish we had a lot of, people coming in. I hope we have a lot of people coming in. However, if that's not the case, that'll be fine, because I can focus on my food. I feel like these 2 weeks are going to be the most, I'm not going to say hard. It's not hard. Let's be real. I'm a mom. I've had kids. Kids are hard. You know what I mean? And it's not even hard to like that degree. You can deal, because we're built for that. However, it's not hard. It's just a timing difficulty. I feel that you have to manage your time a little bit, and it's a little difficult to do that when you can't control when people walk into an office. So I'm going to try my hardest to do my best, and that's really all that's going to happen. Okay, I'm not going to stress over it, because stressing yourself over it will make it harder. But I'm definitely going to try to focus as much as I can on my intake today. Now let's see how I'm feeling as far as just in general. I haven't been having a fever, which is great. I haven't been having any high blood pressure, which is great. I've been monitoring my blood pressure 3 times a day in my excuse me, I've been monitoring my blood pressure 3 times a day. I've been monitoring my temp 3 times a day. So I've been good there. I have had little dizzy spells once in a while, and I notice that's only when I get up really, really fast or when I'm yawn while I'm standing. So I need to work on that, being more aware. And it's not that bad. Like, it's not to the point where I feel like I'm gonna fall. It's just like, okay, I'm a little lightheaded. I need to calm it down a little bit. You know, this is a trial and error, guys. I want everybody to understand everyone is different. That's very important to understand. Everyone will have a different experience. So whatever I say my experience is, I don't want anybody to say, oh, well, that's how my experience is going to be, because everybody's experience is different. I'm a part of a Pompeii Surgical Facebook private group for people who've had surgery at Pompeii or are thinking of having or are scheduled to have a surgery at Pompeii Surgical in Tijuana, Mexico, with doctors SG and Dr. Z, I think his name was. And everyone's had a different experience. You'd be surprised at how many people have a totally different experience. You might have taste bud change and somebody else might not. You might not get cravings, but somebody else might get cravings. You might not be hungry all the time, and some people might be hungry all the time. You know, one person is not going to dictate how you're going to feel. Because everybody heals differently. For example, everyone's stitches come out at a different time. They tell you within 10 days. However, mine came out within 7 because they were getting tight, because I heal very quickly. So those things you have to keep into consideration when you're having the surgery. Now, you might be following someone. You might be following me, who knows? And your experience might be very different. So just keep that in mind. Let's talk food. I am on the soft pureed phase. I was told I can start incorporating a couple things that are super soft that can easily be pureed while you're chewing. There's been a couple things that I can't have and some things that I can. Before, on pre-op, Jello was everything to me. Like, Jello and applesauce were like my staples, my go-tos. Now I haven't tried applesauce in a week, because the last week I tried it, it was not working for me. I was getting hella gas. Like, I was getting so much gas and so much, like, it was just stuck. I was like, let me try it in another few weeks. I'm gonna try it next week to see how it does for me. Jello, I tried Jello for the first time. No, I'm lying, for the second time. First time, it was not working. I tried it again. It didn't really do anything for me as far as taste goes. I wasn't really like, oh my God, I love it, like I did before. I used to have Jello every day. As y'all noticed on my pre-op videos, Jello was my ish. I can't have Jello right now. Jello is not, it just doesn't sit right, I feel. It doesn't come up or anything. I haven't thrown up or anything or had dumping syndrome or anything. However, Jello is just one of those things that it doesn't do anything for me, so why even have it? I did try from Trader Joe's a cauliflower mashed with broccoli yesterday. My daughter loved it. I really liked it. I liked the taste. It was really, really good. However, I learned really fast, and I keep, you know, one thing you have to remind yourself is you can't just gulp water anymore. You just can't down some food anymore. It's just not gonna happen, guys. I want y'all to know this. It might change later on, obviously, but right now in these stages, in the first month, you can't just be like, yummy. No, you need to take little. That's why I started using very small spoons, like the teaspoon type sizes, kid's size spoons, because you really have to chew the shit out of your food, whether it's pureed or not. And you have to take very small amounts, and that's very important. For me particularly, if I have too much food, like on a spoon at a time, I'll definitely feel it stuck right here, like right here, and then I'll feel it drop, but then I get that foam that I dislike and I hate in my mouth. And when I say foam, it's like this fucking saliva, like extra, I'm sorry it's shaking, guys, I'm driving. It's like this saliva build up or this foam in your mouth, and it is disgusting, and it just doesn't work for me. Let's talk juice and water intake. So Essentia water Essential water has been everything for me. I can have essential water and it works for me. I don't have to add any flavor or nothing. Essential water is it. And it tastes very good and it has electrolytes. So I would say essential all the way. I love my Fiji water. However, Fiji's a little harder to drink. It's crazy. It's just water, right? But I love my Fiji water because it tastes good and it's high in pH and it works for me. It doesn't give me heartburn or acid reflux or any of that jazz. Regular water does. As you guys probably heard in my other videos, Poland Springs, Aquafina, regular regular waters that have low pH are higher in acidity, so they give me really bad acid reflux and heartburn. The only waters that have worked for me are Fiji, which are higher in pH, and Essentia, which is also higher in pH, and Trader Joe's alkaline water. So that's very, very important to me. Of course, they taste better too. They do cost more money, which sucks because it's just fucking water. However, it makes a huge difference. For anybody who gets acid reflux after drinking water, for anyone who gets heartburn after drinking regular waters, try a water with higher pH. You're going to notice a huge difference in your after effect when you drink your water. That you can Google it. But Essentia has worked the best for me thus far. And I like it because it has electrolytes and you need electrolytes. Just like, you know, Powerade, sugar-free Powerade and sugar-free Gatorade, it has electrolytes. However, those things have sodium, so I like to do the Essentia because I don't need to add flavor. It goes down really easy. If not, you can add a little squeeze of lemon. Surprisingly, and this is a big shocker to me, the other day I had a fresh squeezed lime juice. Like lime, I took half of a lime, I peeled it, and I took some Essentia water, and I took some stevia in the raw, which you can have, and I blended it all, and then I sifted it, or strained it, and I drank the juice. And then I also went ahead and blended it with ice. It tastes so good, like a refreshing lemonade, but it didn't give me acid reflux. I'm like, how the hell? This is super acidic. Obviously, it's lime. It didn't. I don't know whether it's because I use I don't know why. Or maybe because it was just a little bit of lime, but it didn't give me acid reflux. And I was like, oh my God, I love this. It was a nice lemonade. It was so refreshing. So I went ahead and did that. And it worked really, really well for me. What else? Oh, inches. Let's talk inches. My clothes has been fitting so loose. My clothes have been freaking loose. I know I'm losing tons of inches. I'm gonna do an inch video. I think I'm gonna do an inch video, like to talk about my inches. But I'm really, really happy with how many inches I've lost. I can't tell you exactly how much. I know every time I've done my I think it's weekly, I do my measurements. It's been going down and down and down. Even though this week I only lost 2.5 pounds, which is amazing, by the way. I've lost tons of inches, and that's amazing. Like, it's crazy how you can lose a fewer less pounds and have more inches lost than anything, which is amazing. So really, really do your measurements, guys. Make sure you're doing your measurements, because maybe for you 2.5 pounds may not be a lot. However, if you see those inches going down, you have motivation. Motivation is key. I don't care who says what about no willpower. You need some motivation. I look at some, you know, people I follow, and I'm like, yes, you know, like, it makes you feel like I can do this. I'm gonna do this, you know? And so motivation is key. Making sure, and you know, ask questions. I was doing a Facebook Live the other day. By the way, on all social media minus Twitter, I don't really do Twitter. On all social media, on here, on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm Suelady VSG, SUELADY VSG. I even have a website, www.sueladyvsg.com, SUELADYVSG.com. I'll link it down below. Let's talk website. So I built a website, and on my website, I do a weekly post. I also put my recipes on there with video, and instruction and photo. I actually link all of the tools that I use to make all my recipes, the proteins that I use, the shakes that I link everything on an Amazon. So you guys can actually even, like, if you see something that you want to try or you want to see, I've done the work for y'all. I linked it down on my website under helpful tools. There's also a chat which we can talk about different subjects. People can comment. You can leave your own post. You can join my group free of charge. Ain't no charge to go to my website. If anybody needs weight loss templates, my weight loss templates are on there. You guys can just go to weight loss templates. So everything is available. The only thing that you would pay for if you want it were the templates, because I put a lot of work into those templates, and you know, it's like $3 a page, and if you want all of them, you get them for a special, a big special. All of them are, I think there's 12 pages, and instead of paying $3 a page, you pay $21 a page. So if you guys want them, go for it. If not, just write it down on a note. There's plenty of places that probably have them free, and there's plenty of places you can just take a notebook and write down the stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just giving people the option. But whether you decide to buy them or not doesn't really matter. All I want is for everybody to be prepared. I want everybody to do their research before doing something like this. Make sure that where you're going is a great place. Make sure that death rate ain't there. There's no death toll. And just make sure that you do your research and you're mentally prepared. I can't tell you how important it is to be mentally prepared. Mental preparation, it's so important. If you are not in a good headspace, you're gonna defeat yourself, and you don't want to do that. Don't defeat yourself. You want to be prepared with everything. So that's really it for now. I'm gonna come back later on to give you guys a little update of how my day at work went, and I'll talk to you guys later.